can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion.
It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Taken in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coexist. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Time to try and go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could talk to. I'm talking about you, brought to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not shit I do. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier, Devin White on the...
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. At a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Brady. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And brought in by the tight end Cole. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
The Bucs 31-yard line.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
With the handoff to Alvin.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he takes it across into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Rankins on the stop.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Breeze now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes it hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they'll get him down up past across the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. And
well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, here's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
The ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it.
And that's not the 2nd time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him and put the pressure on him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he finds Cole. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Breeze. It's caught on the right side of Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Smith, 8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Again, it's Breeze. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 31, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Brady's throw there complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdoad.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Saints 10. Ryan Suckup.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Complete to Emmanuel
And this
Sanders.
hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And a gain on 3rd down. Good for 28. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Jared Cook.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. So 2 3rd-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
At the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Brady on third down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Buccaneer first down.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. First and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On third down, Brady. He's got Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. Had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Jenkins on the tackle.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on third down, Brady. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Harris to return. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. The offense as they take over
at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this returnable for Harris. A Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Pass complete here to Sanders. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The open man is Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. It is caught at the 7-yard line. Ready to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Breeze to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Breeze again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are back within a score. Now Breeze. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Fournette. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd down.
Now Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Today's final score.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games counting out.